Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Faber Builders podcast. I'm here with Bernie Iacovangelo, CEO of Faber Builders. Hi, Bernie. How are you?
Hi, Casey. I'm doing well. And how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good. Did you have a great weekend
I did.
at the 250th birthday party for the United States of America?
Yes, I did. I had a lot of fun.
Great, great.
So, today, our first topic we're going to talk about is about home design trends, what's in, what's fading out, what's here to stay in Monroe County, Rochester, New York. So, I just have a few questions for you if you'd want to answer them for me.
I'd love to answer them, especially seeing that we are celebrating this past weekend the 250th birthday of the United States of America. And you know, it's the land of the free, the home of the brave. And the beauty of the America is the fact that people could come here and become homeowners. It was a part of the American dream, is owning your own home, your own piece of land. And I've always celebrated the fact that I got into businesses that dealt with the American dream. So you ask any questions. I hope to give the best answers I can and go over anything you want to go over.
Okay. The first question I have is when buyers are designing a home, what do you think is the most prominent feature that they're wanting to get out of building their home?
That's, important question. But when you talk about prominent feature, I'd have to say it's the kitchen. The kitchen today is the focal point, and it always has been, of a family. Except today is much different than yesteryear. Yesteryear, you used to have the kitchen, eating kitchen, and then you had a dining room, and then you had a living room. That went from eating kitchen to dining room to living room, and then family room got added back in the 70s and early 80s. Today, house goes from eating kitchen to great room, all open to each other. And people love openness in homes, which is absolutely gorgeous. However, it is a little bit more painstaking for the builders because we don't have the walls there to place all the electrical, to place all the heat runs, place, all of the necessary mechanicals for making the home comfortable. So we've had to do a lot of design changes in the mechanical area, plumbing and everything else. But the open feature, everybody loves the large kitchen with the large island, opening up the great room where they can prepare the food and be with the family. And also, if there's a big game on TV like the Super Bowl, they can have a party and everybody's in the same place. So that's a great feature, but it's not one of the most important because people buy their home today, looking for a certain number of bedrooms. So the 3 versus 4 bedrooms is a critical feature. And then we talk about the owner's suite. The owner's suite is important. The bathroom in the owner's suite is probably the next most important design feature. Why? Because I'm paying for the house. I got to go to work every day, my wife and I, so we can pay for this house. So shouldn't we have a little bit more space in our owner's bath? And shouldn't we have a nice stand-in, tiled shower? And some of the features that we can enjoy because we are the ones that are paying for this home. Walk-in closet or walk-in closets. One for the wife, and that'll take care of all her clothing needs and a smaller one for the husband because he doesn't have to have as much space. Okay, but walk-in closets are really, really important today. So that owner's suite next to the owner's bedroom has got to have some of the features that make them feel special about working so hard for these homes. So those are two of the most important.
Okay. So, talking about the most important, so the owner suite and then the kitchen, what do you think would be one that you see people are veering away from now?
They're not moving away from the kitchen and the open area, nor the owner's suite. That if they're going to give anything up, they're going to give up the fireplace. They're not going to need it. They'll go with something less expensive because we've got 90 plus furnaces. They're energy efficient. In fact, most of our homes come with 96 plus energy efficient. That means they burn off 96 plus percent of the gas that goes into them. So they're very, very energy efficient. And what they want to see is, a lot of cabinets. They want to see the quartz countertops. They want to have luxury vinyl plank in those areas, especially that goes between the kitchen and the great room, all flows. And they love the fact that when they entertain, it's more pleasant to be with family and friends. So there are items that they'll give up so that they don't have to give up on kitchen, kitchen cabinets, countertops, appliances, and the owner's suite with extra features. So I've found that in changing with the times, we also took out some features that people aren't crazy about. We used to put fireplaces in every single home years ago. But people say, well, we only put them on a couple times in the winter, Christmas time to give us a warm, cozy effect. And maybe where there's a couple days where it's extremely cold, just take a little bit of the, chill out of the room. But it's only for looks. So they'll give that up. And so we took that out to give them other features like the quartz countertops and the luxury vinyl plank flooring, and to make sure that they're able to have the house that they're dreaming of.
Would you say with the fireplace being taking that out and then having more quartz countertops is more of a upgrade or a feature, what more features do you think homeowners would take for like a long-term value, not just for resale, but for everyday living and maintenance?
You're talking about a feature that they'd like to have in the house?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, a lot of people would love to have 3-car garages because a lot of people have a car for the wife, car for the husband, and sometimes there's a third car, but there's always going to be lawnmower, snowblower, shovels, rakes, and a lot of items that they need to care for their home. Ladder. So the third car garage becomes an additional garage storage area, or it becomes the location for that special car that the husband wants to have, like a 1969 Chevelle Super Sport 396 with 325 horsepower. So it's up to the family needs. But third car garage, a lot of people love those today.
For extra garage space, so like that would be needed for so Rochester has all 4 seasons. You're going to need your snowblower, stuff for your plow. What other rooms do you think are important for Rochester homeowners to have?
One of the things in the house that people are really enjoying today more than ever before. And you have to look back at where we came from. Years ago, all laundry was done in the basement. And there was at one time only just washing machines. But then they had to take the clothes outside and let them air dry outside. Then along comes the dryer. Those were all in the basement, the washer and the dryer. In the 80s, homes started getting designed with the laundry on the first floor. That was truly an upgrade because now I didn't have to carry the laundry to the basement and back upstairs to the second floor. And so laundry rooms today are being designed on the second floor. People love it. 95% of laundry that's done in a home originates on the second floor. Only 5% that comes from the first floor. So now they're not taking the laundry down to the first floor or down to the basement and then back up. They're just doing it in the second floor. So second floor laundry, properly designed and properly located on the second floor is just a big help, especially when you got a 4-bedroom, which means you've got maybe 3 kids or 4 kids, and there's a lot of, wash being generated on that second floor.
Mhm. How do you think Faber Builders helps these buyers choose what's best for them? How do we help what's
Feedback,
okay.
a lot of feedback. And we get it from our salespeople. We get it from the National Home Builders Association. We get it from interaction with other builders around the country. I like to visit builders when I'm in Florida, or I go to North Carolina, or I go to Texas, wherever I go. I like to stop into a builder's model or a couple of them to see what they're offering, what they're doing, in their homes to satisfy the people of today and tomorrow. And so that's a lot of what we get. And then we talk to the people. For the longest time, we were offering second floor laundries. People still wanted them on the first floor. And that's where they said, I can put a load of wash in and yet prepare dinner at this, because they're close to each other. And so they found that to be convenient. But we find out from really talking to our customers. Our salespeople come back and say they were asking about this or they saw that in a magazine. So we look at it. That's how we get most of our information.
Well, thank you, Bernie. I think that's all the questions I had for today. You can find Faber Builders on Instagram and Facebook at Faber Builders Inc. You can also visit our website at www.faberbuildersinc.com and give us a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you again.
Thank you very much for, chatting with me, Casey. I look forward to doing it again.